and he has almost close to center, but now we're dropping down all the way to the south of the map here, and Blackie on the middle of the pack right now, try to become the leader of the pack a little bit. That's a long way to go, but you cannot count it. We always seen stranger things here in Fortnite. Anything could happen. And right now, Blackie's trying to make it happen, and this might be definitely Martine. This is the second fight here, different bout, a big crack, and it was Martine. And this is what we're talking about, Bala. You talked about the early engagements, the first POI engagements, the first...
We're seeing bloom fights on the side, 94 players up. This one's definitely going to go to its completion, maybe the only one in the map. Nice comb from Vortex. And still trying to pressure this wall.
Vortex, nice. Oh my goodness. Like a flip of the stairs right there, Bala, and gets that E-limb. Vortex sitting on the upper side of the bracket now. He's making his way up, up, and up. As we see Wolfie's, this is a, Wolfie's, I don't know, he's always felt like he has almost a free drop here. Riggs is almost split. Now he has an engagement. We did see Martine go down. Could Wolfie's go down here early here, Bala?
Yeah, he could, especially with that heavy snipe in the box. It's eye drop, by the way, which I don't believe was dropping here on day one. I think it was only Kaiser in this case, so Wolfie's having to deal with a little bit of a switch up, no materials now. He has to work with this. He has to make this happen, and no, he doesn't. Eye drop will definitely make that work, and now Wolfie's is going to be sitting in the lobby for quite some time, wondering how he can make sure that this fight at the rig is going to go slightly different, or maybe switch things up, because he's only got 2 games left. I talk about 3 games left. Wolfie's is out, and he can't even close the gap between Janice or Aqua in this game.
And this is the continuation here of those early engagements. Now it's Anas here who's on the back foot. Wolfie went down. Anas, number 5 here on the leaderboard, could go down early. So we're going to see a shakeup. And there it is. The shakeup has begun here, Bala. Frenzy finally beating Anas here. And what a bad opportunity for Anas to go down to Frenzy. Ooh, he almost got that E-limb, and it got yoinked from him. And now Savage is going to draw some attention here from that low ground on the right side there, Bala.
Look how the actual momentum has shifted in terms of aggressive plays.
Right.
From the early game, it was a lot more passive. It was players making sure that they get their drop, you know, and not really going to one chest or another. No way. And that was the player who was actually fighting him at the yacht yesterday and throughout week 2. This time, Red Rush had a different spot. Mr. Savage, unfortunately, falls in the same path, and a heavy snipe from that Craggy Cliffs Research Center will make Mr. Savage pay, and another player falls who is really trying to push their way up.
The ripples of these E-limbs are coming tsunamis on the leaderboard as Leshy picks up another one on Fanta. Fanta going down to Leshy. Leshy's going to might get a 2-piece here. This is Leshy's opportunity to move up on the board. He is at 12th place right before this match. So now Leshy looking in hot, gonna get the opportunity, get the high. Right now gonna poke right on in. Just almost gets right in. Now he's going to go ahead and move around here. He has a great time. He has all the resources in the world to hold on to. But the third party here, Bala, is sniffing right now. Lechy, is he going to go down like the others did in early game? We already saw Anas go down. We already saw Wolfies go down. And it's Benji here contesting this fight.
Oh my goodness. So many big names. And Lechy immediately, as the third party comes in, tries to back off, but Benji doesn't let go, because Lechy building in this wood, that's a sign of weakness for Benji to drop right in. And for somebody like Lechy, who we just saw Mr. Savage go down, they were right next to each other on the leaderboard, so he has the opportunity to actually overtake in that case. Thankfully, now that Lechy has that brick base, the metal base, is later games, and Vortex is actually going to get on top of Mage in the cone right next to him, and I think Vortex knows. Yes, he pickaxed it just to get that visibility, and he's going to dive on it. This is Mage with the drum gun. Got to be so careful with your Vortex. Nice shot through the stairs. He does box out. He still has control of this wall. Yes! Now that is what I talk about when I say piece control. Trapping Mage in the box on the backside. Grabbing every extra wall when it breaks.
And that is a big time strike, 140. It's a matter of time here as Lechy now is going to be uber aggressive here, going ultra instinct now, trying to get inside of this box. Bang! Big hits right there on Putrick, and down he goes. Actually, that's Swaggy. Swaggy goes down by Lechy.
So Lechy does solidify the gap over Mr. Savage with that one elim. They were tied before that, so now Lechy takes the lead. So the favorite one in his way with that AR. He does have the grappler, so it definitely was just hearing things back before Micho. In that first game, he got that third place. And now trying to really push up. Another one there. Nice walls on the side. Almost gets it all. And oh my goodness, that is such a difficult shot down below and underneath. He pounces quickly and takes out Lucia.
Benji goes down in the Elim feed. Benji looking for an opportunity to climb up, losing the amount of games to do so. We're about the halfway point here of the grand finals of the EU region here. FNCS solos, and Mitro has a great opportunity to grapple himself up their leaderboard right now. He's at 25th place, and knowing that the top of the board is already out of this match is going to be a strong opportunity, but Lecce is a lot closer to get into that top 5 situation, and I think Lecce knows it. Looking at that Elim feed, he's going to put Glory right back out of the server here. It is looking really good for Lecce, and the recipes for success are really high for this player here, Bala.
That was
Corn peak right now, and maybe get an opening dink into this engagement now. But man, corn fighters are the most dangerous fighters, I always say. Much more dangerous than bush fighters. Yeah! And a big 126 blue hit, and Cammy from the corn gets the job done. And now everyone says, wait a minute, there's someone out there fighting. I'm going to go ahead and try to get my freebie shots in. And Cammy now playing some defense, switches over to the hard mats, extends a little bit here. And now I'm going to safely med back up in the metal. But that was a nice hit with that heavy sniper there, Bala.
But he loses the opportunity to actually get the load out there. Speaking of Aqua, who's sitting in second place right now, to get that 1 placement point, so now 208 for him. This is what he does. He consistently gets on top of bases, and oh my goodness, instantly responds against Jachu. Great awareness for Aqua, knowing that and hearing that Jachu is running up the stairs. Perfectly plays that,
But hey, everybody's in this tournament is dangerous, and they have to be respected. And even though you may not have a solid run, you're still one of the top 100 players solo in your region. And Frenzy's going to say, I have the same skills as Lecce. And now Lecce, as the 50-50 goes between the two. But Lecce has the power and the will to survive and gets Frenzy right out of this lobby. Is Janice most likely still running around so he could grow his lead? We're talking about a major lead, about 20 points or so. Mitro now racking up a lot of points as well. Does not have to worry about Storm Surge. Now he's just focusing, looking for people who are weak in the builds right there. And Kenzel goes down from Mitro. Every fresh build is an opportunity for Mitro to get an elim, and he's looking at any of those people who are trying to get those free rotations where they're not expending any kind of builds right now. So Mitro has a strong opportunity, investing early on the high ground, and it's paying off for him. Bala picking up another elim. That's 4 for the match.
And you pointed it out perfectly, looking for the fresh builds, looking for the reset edits where the builds are going to be very low HP so that that AR can chew through them and instantly get it. Going up a little later so that it's fully built when the time comes. He's still getting aggressive. He's still looking for this. Yes, it's not his wall. He gets the cone in too, and yes, takes out Artur. Perfectly played, and he gains a launch pad from that one. And not only that, but more mats to build out a base. There's still not anybody really here. He throws up extra heals if he needs to. Possibly even take a RPG there off that body. What he's doing right now is trying to shuffle all the mats, all the items from down below up above so that he can have easier access to them if he wants to continue to build up and really take advantage of this 5th zone position, because as you see, player is going to have to launch from the other side. Mitro now taking advantage of that. No launch pad for him though. Takes out Flick of the Sky. Can he get another flick of the wrist to find somebody else? No, it's the grapple time. Just trying to get in the zone.
Trying to get in the zone. He has to be careful. Usually if you're using the grapple out here out in the open, it makes everybody look up and you could get beamed out of the air. As you can see, you are vulnerable, but a nice connection for Mitro, and he's at height, and he's going to turn around, look into the back of the circle here, and get a couple of shots in as the storm is pushing people towards him. Fresh builds is the green light, and beams are coming out from Mitro. Mitro has a great kit here as well, Bala. He doesn't have a lot of builds, so no doubt looking for that refresh, but he does have the RPG rocket launcher to shoot down anybody if they're going to contest his height, but no doubt that grappler is that kind of that X factor, the problem solver for a lot of these situations, and in the hands of Mitro is going to be very easy, as we see that Airwax got eliminated at 49th.
Got it.
So a lot of shakeups on the board here, and Mitro, I think he has a prime opportunity to take advantage of that shakeup.
Yeah, Mitro has this. He's got the height really well structured here, and with the grappler, This is so easy to hold on. He also pulls the 6th zone right behind him as Lexi picks up another one down below in another box fight. Lexi is not stopping with the 6 elims he has, and again, getting a player coming into his box, inviting him and accepting him. With this epic pump, he's making it really happen, and he also has the mythic heavy AR. 39 players left now, and he also has zone. He also has this pulling a little bit farther north. Lexi, a big opportunity here to rise the ranks, because already he started this game at 120-ish, and he's at 147, so 20 plus points accrued in just one game so far, and it's not even over. Another one onto Frey.
Another one, Lecce. We're talking about the 32nd place of the World Cup solos. 3rd place at DreamHack. This is a guy that's been heating up, and as time goes on, and he finished 4th place at the qualifiers here, Bala.
Janice still up in this game too, and obviously Mitro still holding on to height, but Janice trying to push up, and Tayson actually lands right next to him as well. He does have to fall because he gets pumped hard, but I believe from Tayson, so it's going to be Tayson almost on high ground. Mitro, where is he at? I think still grappling above these players. Janice going to try to pop the med kit. That's huge. Top 28 right now. If he gets his health back, that's a lot more time that he has to work around zone plays. And Alex picking up another one too, trying to work his way up. There's a launch pad way down. He takes the risk to go for it. Yes, another pad, another ride towards more placement.
This is so scary, and he's going to go ahead and build on this tarp here. He's not looking good in the material department, does not have a lot of hard mats, so he's going to look for that refresh, and someone sees that he's not looking good. Building out of wood, you said so before, if you see someone build out of wood, that is a green light. He has to be very careful here. Now he's only has 3 builds. This is our 1st place right now in shambles, but can his experience and his skill set get him that impact elimination that he so desperately needs?
That he does. Only 3 builds. There's a player in this box. Yes, he gets one, and that's Tayson, his dual partner. Takes him right out and does get a couple extra mats, but now has to work through brick and metal. Can he actually pickaxe through all that med kit that he just took? Saved his life right there. That's 70 health. Had so many ticks, now down to 10. He still has shield, but no, goes down to Droban. I saw Mitro still in the game. Possibly Lecce too. I'm also seeing Andalex popping up a couple times. There it is, Lecce down on mid ground. Vortex is the one on height, but Mitro is going to contest with the grappler.
Mitro is on the high, and Lecce is very close to it. He does have a good amount of builds to take height, but I have no doubt looking for a refresh. He's going to have to use the old school tactics of cranking to do it. So Lecce right now, only 4 builds to his name. Has a nice layer. Now looking down below for some hits with these edits. Now he has the opportunity. He does see it. He's going to take a good hit on the back foot here, Bala.
This is where Lecce shines, these deep endgame situations, these shambles positions, the ways that he plays them, the tactics, the ingenuity that he goes through, the creativity. You remember his double trap to qualify the last 3 players in the game to qualify for World Cup. Lecce is a monster in these situations just like this, and with 8 eliminations, he still could rise way, way up.
He is looking for it, hunting for it. Lecce is going to have to do this like a low ground warrior, just jumping between other enemy builds, so he has to keep his head on a swivel. As the grapple goes off, he knows that that's what he wants right now, considering he doesn't have any builds. Cartoon goes down to Lecce. It's a top 3 situation. Grappler still... Oh, actually, Lecce picks up the grappler. So Mitro did go down. Now it's Lecce's world. It doesn't matter that he doesn't have that many builds. He has to just navigate and grapple his way up. Batman to height, and he gets bopped right there by Skagen, who plays the Joker to his ride.
And now who's the last player? Skagen with 3 eliminations. It's 4ZR who's in this one. We've seen him a couple times in towards the end game. And now a 1 versus 1 for this one in game number 4. To make their stake known, to make it so that they have a chance. And he's got the drum gun against the grappler up on height. 4ZR trying to rise up. And it is going to be this final 1v1. Blocks out a little bit, but then the piece control, he gets the edit, gets the wall, also the cone. He still has mats to build fight this, and he gets on top. But no heals here, so it's not necessarily a full heal off. No! What just happened? 4ZR runs out of materials at the final second. I don't know if he just forgot to place the cone or what happened, but...
Janice still holding on to that lead, still trying to create a divide between himself and Aqua, but Aqua's still the same point threshold, not letting him get far away. Wolfie's there in 3rd. Now look, Lecce